So again, horses are the victims, people are the reason for all these problems, which means again, people, the good riders, the few good riders, are the reason for all these good things that the horses are doing. You cannot compliment the horse, because the same horse will do the bad thing if he's did it in a bad way. Same goes for blaming the horse. You can't blame the horse, because the same horse will be doing a better job, or a much better job, if he's did it in a good way. The same goes for the equipment and the tools. The same equipment, same tools, same horse. With bad riders, completely bad reaction. With good riders, completely good reaction. So automatically blame or compliment the rider. So when the horse is afraid in the wilderness or even in the paddock, if something touches his knee or his legs from behind or his body, the first reaction that the horse does is run to the opposite direction. Now, if he runs from something and that thing keeps following him, for example, he runs away from the dogs or hyenas, or from the dogs, hyenas, wolves, tigers in the wilderness. When he's running away and they are following him, they are biting him. So he's running away, and in this case he knows that they will hurt him. And this is the second reason for the horse to be afraid. The first reason is that I see something for the first time, so my normal reaction is to run to the other direction. The second reason is I know that this thing is painful. That's why I fear it. And this second thing, or second reason, has two types. The first type is the thing itself is scary. For example, he fears the whip because the whip is scary. He was punished and whipped and hit with the whip. Or the hyena or the wolf or the tiger or the lion is scary because he bit me before. The starting gate is painful. It did hurt my, let's say, legs or sides or belly or whatever. The same goes for the trailer. The second reason of the pain, we said the first reason is seeing the scary thing for the first time. The second reason is the scary thing itself is painful. The scary thing itself is painful has two types. The first type is the scary thing itself is painful by itself, or the scary thing is painful not by itself, not the scary thing directly is hurting me or punishing me or causing me direct pain. It's not hurting me directly, no. When I feared it or was afraid of it, your hand reaction, your body reaction hurts me. So I connected between the scary thing and your reaction. So he is afraid because it's the first time for him to see something, so it's normal. Or he's afraid because he has a problem, mental problem, physical problem with that thing, which means that thing did hurt him in the past, directly hurt him, caused him direct pain, or when he was afraid of it, your hand hurt him and he connected between what your hand did and what the scary thing itself did. And these two types have no real difference in the horse's eyes. They are not different. To him, to us, they are different, completely different. But to him, they are not different at all. He must know that the scary thing is not painful and the hand reaction is not painful. And believe it or not, the hand reaction is not painful is more important than the scary thing itself is not painful. What is the proof? Is very simple. In the past, in the war or in the battlefield, at war, when knights or warriors fought, the knight will stab and hit the horse's enemy. It's that simple. So, let's say we are at a battlefield fighting each other. You have knights, I have knights. The first thing I do is stab or hit the enemy's horse with the spear, with the sword I have, with the bow I have. So there is real pain. It actually might kill the horse, but still his owner, his rider, his knight was able to control him. How? Because the hand reaction did not hurt him. So what did hurt him? In this case, me, the enemy. So the horse will start to fight with the knight, with his rider against me, will fight me. Because I hurt him. I punished him. I punched him. I stabbed him. I hit him. So he trusted the rider because the rider did not hurt him. I did hurt him. So making sure that the hand reaction will not hurt him is even more important than making sure that the scary thing itself did not hurt him. If both of them hurt the horse, the expected reaction is bolting to the opposite direction. It's that simple. If both of them did not hurt him at all, this is the best reaction in these days, in our time, in our generation, era. In the past, the most important thing is that the horse trusts the rider's hand or hands. The spear or the sword will hit him because you are facing your enemy who wants to kill you and kill your horse. So that's a very important thing. The horse fears it. When I say it, what is it? What is it? Which means, when I say it, I mean anything new to him. A lion, an elephant, a car, a sack, a bag, a color, all these things are an it to the horse. Because he sees it for the first time, he runs away to the opposite direction when he's alone. Now he's ridden, or he's being led by you, you are leading him. So unconsciously you will give him a reaction. One way or another you will give him unconsciously a reaction. If your reaction unconsciously was good, he keeps getting better and becomes better, and actually you develop him. If your reaction was bad, he will get worse and you will ruin him. What do I mean by developing him? I mean instead of running away to the opposite direction, he will start to stop and face the scary thing, which is safer for you and even for him. Because when he stopped and faced it, he knew that it's not painful and you did not have to run for 10 miles to protect yourself. Just stop and I will protect you. Again, I did not protect him because the scary thing is not painful, but he does not know that. He believes I protected him. He thinks I protected him, or at least I did not hurt him. Now, what do I mean by ruining him if your reaction was bad? It's very simple. I mean, he bolts, he bucks, but not in the same way he does it when he's alone in the wilderness, in a beautiful way, light way. He does it in an ugly way, vicious way that can hurt you and even hurt him. And even just looking at it is ugly. If you look at the horse who's running away from a scary thing by himself in the wilderness, it's a beautiful thing to look at. Now, look at a horse who's bolting with a rider on his back trying to stop him. It's an ugly sight, an ugly thing to look at. You cannot say it's the same thing. So, when the horse bolts, he's bolting because you are using strength and trying to stop him. Even if you say I'm not, I mean you did unconsciously when he first bolted. When he kept bolting, maybe you're not using strength, maybe. But in the beginning, when he bolted, the first seconds, 10 or 5 seconds, what did you do? Unconsciously, your hand reaction was this when he was afraid. So he took off. Now you are trying to fix yourself. He immediately did what he wanted to do and bucked and wanted the rider off his back because he does not trust this asshole on his back. The good hand reaction will not be like this, will be completely different. It's not strength. But again, it's not just a loose rein. It's about being with the horse. I don't want to use strength, but again, I don't want to just get rid of the rein or ride him with a really loose rein. Of course, riding the horse with a loose rein is a good thing, but after you train the horse for it, but just letting go of the rein is not a loose rein. Loose rein means you ride the horse in a good way and he comes to you instead of just throwing the rein. You cannot compare someone who's holding the hand and the horse is coming back to him, to the hand, to the bit, to someone who's just letting go of the rein and sitting on the horse's back. Again, you can call it freedom or liberty or whatever, but it's just bullshit because it looks freedom, or the horse looks more free in a picture, in a post, in a 10 seconds or 15 seconds video. But the same rider who's letting go of the rein when the horse is afraid, this is what he did before the horse was afraid. He's riding the horse, he's free, beautiful, cute. When the horse was afraid and wanted to do something wrong, this is what happened with the rider and the horse. And he fell down, or used strength, or pulled the horse. The horse doesn't give a damn about what you did before or after. He cares what you did here. The good rider is the opposite. Before or after, maybe he's not that special when you just look at it. But when the horse was afraid, the hand reaction was almost perfect, so the horse gave you what you wanted. So when he bolts, he's bolting because he saw something scary in the past. He wanted to turn away, and the rider gave him a bad reaction when he was riding him. So he expected, or expects the rider, the horse who has a behavior of bolting, expects the rider to use strength when he bolts. So he bolts, he expects you to use strength, and you did, so he keeps bolting. What you should do is stop using strength. Now, of course, stop using strength is not just letting go of the rein. Stop using strength means being with the horse. It's hard to explain it because there are a lot of good ways of riding, but all of them have one goal, which is control, and all of them, one way or another, agree on this. The good rider stays between using strength and just letting go of the rein, because the ones who use strength and the ones who just let go of the rein are two faces in the same coin. Because the ones who just let go of the rein when he's afraid, the first thing they do is use strength to stay on his back and put their weight on the stirrups, on the saddle. So when the horse was afraid, they used strength. For example, he acts in a good way in front of you with his child, but behind you he whips his child, he hurts his child, he hates his child. It's that simple. So what you see is not the truth. But the good rider is not using strength, he's not just letting go of the reins or the bridle, he's being with the horse by giving the horse a good hand reaction. The good hand reaction comes with experience, and comes with talent and with time. And it's different from one way of riding to another, but at the end the goal is one. So when he bolts, because I will lead him first, I will be with him in the paddock first, but if he tries to bolt, he will realize and feel that my hand reaction is completely different. And when he feels that, he will know that I'm controlling the shoulders, controlling the neck, which means you control the whole body. If you control the neck, you control the whole body. And in this situation, at that point, he will understand I am a piece with him, a piece from him, not just an extra weight on him, which means if something happens to me, it might happen to him, to a point that even if I fall down, he might actually fall down or lose his balance. So to protect himself, he will start to protect me, and that will lead to true and real love with time. Total control that came from real trust, that will lead to true and real love.